into my life every day. What's up, people? Jenny here. Just wanted to give you some good vibes about the Deep Blue. Boom. Here you go. So we have several products with the Deep Blue name. And really, when you think of using Deep Blue, you want to think of pain. No one wants to think of pain, but you want to think about the Deep Blue when you have pain, so it's the first thing you reach for. Okay, so this oil blend was the first thing that they made, and it's really made for, you know, those with physical pain. They made the Deep Blue rub for a usability, you know, from a usability standpoint for athletes. However, what happens to those people who sit all day long, and usually it's like this, or instead of driving like this, you're driving like this. Okay, so I don't want you to think of it as it's just for athletes, but it's really for those of us who just get tense, and that's probably about 99.99% of people that I come into contact with. So just wanted to talk real quick about the ways that you can think of using Deep Blue. So first of all, obviously, it's pain. So when I had a stiff neck this week, so wake up in the morning, have this by my bedside. I'm going to show you. Okay, that's all you need. Woohoo! That's actually a lot. That's actually a lot. Just gonna put this right here. So that's all. That's all. And you could put this on your whole lower back, but my issue, I got issues, yo. My issue is right here. So I'm just gonna positivity into my life every day. All right, I'm gonna just rub that in. Holy moly, it's so intense. I can feel it so deep. Just rolling in the deep, yo. Whoo, rolling in the deep. Now, what I typically bring around with me is the Deep Blue Touch. And the Touch, people, is the rollerball pre-diluted with coconut oil. So the Deep Blue Touch is really the most soft, I would explain it, if you're looking for some intensity, but not as much as maybe the other things. Now, there's actually 5 products. There's the Deep Blue Touch Roller. There's the Deep Blue Roller, which is not diluted, which is more intense. There's the Deep Blue Oil. So this is just drip, drip, drip. Now, sometimes when I have a real intense back pain, I'll take a dollop of this. I'm not going to do any more than I already did. But I'll take a dollop, bloop, put it in my hand, and then actually drip a few of these babies, maybe 1, maybe 2, onto my dollop and rub it all over my back. Or have your partner or friend do it. You know, get a little intimate with the Deep Blue. Okay, the final product I'm going to talk about in the Deep Blue is the polyphenol complex. Now, this is something that doesn't have the same ingredients in here. Why? Because this has wintergreen, and wintergreen is toxic at high levels if you take it internally. That's why, people, Deep Blue has a child-proof lock. Keep it away from the kiddos. So you can dilute it and use it on your children. I would recommend the Blue Touch, but you can use it for, you know, if you have teenage kids who have who are athletes and, you know, have muscle strain, or you can actually use it on growing pains. So dilute it a lot with the coconut oil, rub it all over their legs. We also have the Rescuer blend in the kids line, which is similar to Deep Blue, much, much more diluted with different ingredients. Okay, but the polyphenol complex, you can think of it and taking it in tandem with the Deep Blue, right? If you have internal pain, if you have joint pain, muscle strain, anything like that. If you have trouble falling asleep at night, like majorly, there's a lot of oils that will work. However, what I have found is that if you take one of the Deep Blue polyphenol complex, I actually take it with a Copaiba soft gel. Boop, sleep like a baby. So what's in here is frankincense, curcuminoid, which is like from turmeric root, ginger, green tea, pomegranate, grape, resveratrol, which is from red wine as well. So you can just take some wine with it. And then they have the Tummy Tamer Extract Blend, which is ginger, peppermint, and caraway, which really helps you to digest and absorb this better in your system. Okay. So one quick thing about the other thing that happens is 99% of our physical ailments actually come from emotional roots. So if you think of, when you want to get something off of your chest, when you really want to tell somebody something, but you've been avoiding it, what happens to your body? Just think about it for a second. Close your eyes, feel it. When you really want to get something off your chest, it might have been weeks, months, years that you've been thinking about this, and you haven't brought it up yet. I know it's happened to me. In Chinese, they call it plum pit chi. It feels like you have a big knot in your throat. So this is something that is physical, but it's very much caused by not getting our voice out. Okay. What's another thing when you hear some really horrible news, right? Like bad news you weren't expecting. What happens? Boom. Feels like you got a punch in the gut, right? Or if you did something that was your fault but you didn't mean to, or I don't know, right? Or it's like, oh, I have to do that. Oh, you feel it in your gut. So there's a lot of times that we have these physical ailments and we're not sure why. But when you start to get to understand and start to be aware of the physical pain that you have and how it was caused, the oils can help beautifully for that. So with Deep Blue, I think of it as also something that can help with emotional pain too. So when you think of emotions that underlie your physical pain, start to think of using Deep Blue. Okay, it can really be a powerful, powerful healer in my observations. So you can think of Deep Blue too as giving you that kind of cool and collected feeling. And I also like to think of it as, when we feel pain, a lot of times people will think, okay, why me? Why is this happening to me? But when you can think of your pain as a lesson instead and almost embrace the pain as, okay, what is this teaching me? How is this getting me stronger? Those kind of experiences are when I might reach for my Deep Blue. Okay. So just think of, again, when you're tense, this can be something great for raking. If you have to get out in the spring and do any cleanup from the winter, any twigs or trees that were around your house. You can think of, again, when you're sitting all day at work and you're like, I didn't do anything today. Why am I so tense, right? And that's because we're like not breathing, not sending oxygen throughout our body. So Deep Blue is an awesome thing to reach for. Last thing I'll say about Deep Blue is it's actually designed to moisturize. Okay, so it's not going to strip your body of natural oils like some of the other muscle warming products out there do. This actually has ylang ylang in it and helichrysum, and these are powerful skin healers as well. So they're healing internal tissues, but they're also healing the skin as well. So it's a win-win. Okay, if you have any other questions, always let me know. Happy to be here with you. Bye-bye.